Well, I played golf today with a really good golfer, Tony Romo. Do you know Tony Romo?
The connection with the two is obvious. Recently, Trump and Tony Romo played golf together.
He may be a better golfer than a football player. I don't know.
And for Romo, republicanism is his history.
When you're in the parties, you're going to be talking with some members of Congress, members of the administration, anything you want to talk to them about, any issues, sports related, politics.
Yeah, I think I'm excited about upcoming elections in 2016 and some stuff. I'll have some good questions I think for him, and got to know Scott Walker a little bit, so I'll see. He's from my area back in Wisconsin, so there's a few people I'll be asking about.
Even appearing to give the stamp of approval to Scott Walker. Yuck.
But we played really today. We were talking about the state. We were talking about a lot of things, and we were at a wonderful course very nearby, and we had a tremendous amount of support from the people at that club. I'll tell you, it's amazing. They love this state. They love your governor, your lieutenant governor. They love this country.
Romo, an avid golfer, has been a supporter of Donald Trump's for years now. Prior to the former president's inauguration in 2016, Tony Romo was spotted at Trump's D.C. hotel. And why was Trump in Texas?
This morning, downtown Houston, ground zero of the national debate over guns, as hundreds of demonstrators protested attendees at the NRA's annual meeting.
This is a call to action.
Former President Trump among the top Republican speakers rejecting calls for stronger gun laws in the wake of the mass shooting in Uvalde.
The existence of evil in our world is not a reason to disarm law-abiding citizens. The existence of evil is one of the very best reasons to arm law-abiding citizens.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott remaining in Uvalde, where he was confronted over his response to the shooting.
I know you people too. We have to do something, man.
While at nearly the same moment, appearing on video at the conference opposing any response that toughens gun laws.
There are thousands of laws on the books across the country that limit the owning or using of firearms. Laws that have not stopped madmen from carrying out evil acts on innocent people.
The NRA conference, of course, you stupid.
And I joined in a community prayer vigil that evening as the entire community was reeling from the shooting. We prayed together and we cried together, mourning the unspeakable losses that have shaken the Uvalde community and that have gripped our entire nation. There are no words to describe a monster who enters a school and murders little children. 19 little kids. 19 families in Uvalde who lost their little boys and their little girls.
Where Texas Senator Rafael Ted Cruz spoke as well.
What dear? Ladies and disarm doors for arrival. Cross check. Stand by for all call.
Senator, thank you for everything you've done since Uvalde. Thank you for everything you've done since Uvalde. All those podcast episodes must have raised a lot of money for you.
Just yesterday, I tried to pass the most significant school safety bill that's ever passed.
Why did you vote against the
party?
gun bill?
Objected to it.
You tried to pass it? What work were you doing? How did you have time when you were recording the podcast episodes?
You should ask why the Democrats objected to doubling the number of police officers.
You should ask why you don't know how to do your job without referring to other politicians.
15,000 new mental health.
You should fix your tie too, your collar.
Listen to the man.
Let's let him fly in peace. I'm fine. When children can get buried in peace.
These people should not have an ounce of peace when in public for failing those school children. Ever. And here is Romo, not just meeting with, but playing a round of golf with the former pro-insurrectionist president from For the Win. As his hush money trial took the weekend off, the former president hit the golf course with the former Cowboys quarterback and current CBS Sports NFL broadcaster Tony Romo. Romo has been an avid golfer since he retired from the NFL in 2017. He has competed in several tourneys, including in a U.S. Open local qualifier in 2023, and recently this year, he was invited to play in the Celebrity Classic in April. So, a few different thoughts. The first is, how many times did Donald Trump cheat in order to try and beat Tony Romo? Because look, man, he has admitted and been found to have lied about his golf game to none other than Tiger Woods. He has cheated with Anthony Anderson. He has cheated with Samuel Jackson. But if you cheat with former pro athletes, let alone arguably one of the greatest golfers ever in Eldrick Tiger Woods, then my question is, how many times did he cheat with Romo right there? Secondly, and I suppose this is just a question for everybody, but Romo specifically, what is your line? Like, we have not just 4 years of a presidency where we have allowed, and not we, but the administration has allowed and enabled white supremacists to be prominent. They have allowed and enabled extremists to feel totally free to conduct themselves how they have. We have seen the rise in the Moms for Liberty type to run and win on school board elections where their kids don't even go. We have seen the rise of conspiracy theories with the Shmuanon movement. Nazis are proud to march. Patriot Front has come about. Like, there's so many, it's hard to keep track. And yet, I ask the Romos of the world and others, what is the line? Where is it where you say, yeah, I can't get behind him anymore? Because you going and playing around with him in this day and age, let alone we haven't heard Tony Romo say, I'm endorsing Donald Trump for president in 2024. It is essentially the go-ahead and the green light to imply that he is doing that. Where is it? What is his line where he'll say, I can't associate with this anymore? Now, they've known each other for years. Romo has gone to the hotels, as I indicated previously, but other events. I am just very curious where we stop saying, yeah, this is a old friend of mine, and the conclusion being the friendship has run its course and he's standing up for things that I cannot support and I can't ever believe in morally. It's also twofold as I'm doing this. The second part is, where is the stick to sports crowd with Tony Romo? Where is the shut up and dribble crowd with Tony Romo? The last time I checked, y'all didn't want your politics in sports, or you didn't want your sports in politics. And yet here we are with Tony Romo, the prominent broadcaster and former Dallas Cowboy, golfing with this man in the state of Texas. I'm just curious. I'm just asking questions. Because according to y'all's perspective and the opinions that we have seen for years now, this isn't allowed by either man. But all I'm seeing is just sheer silence on the matter. What gives? Why the sudden change of heart? I know why. It's because you guys are happy to partake, and it's essentially a do as I say, not as I do. Tisk, tisk. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.